Half-Life is fucking hard. Basically, I started playing this expecting an experience like this. You know, some shoot aliens, kill monsters type shit? Instead what I got was fucking this. By the end of it, I was smashing my keyboard, smashing my mouse, smashing anything there was to smash. I probably spent more time watching YouTube tutorials than I did actually playing the game. So basically, let me give you the rundown. Oh no, you can't. Before you can actually play the game, you have to go through a fucking 10-hour long tour of the facility on some shit monorail with no way to speed it up or skip it in any way. And even after that's finished, this guy seems like I have all day to be there. Dude, can you hurry the fuck up? I've got aliens to kill. And then you have to walk around the facility looking for your fucking hazard suit for another 7 hours. Anyway, once that's over, you can actually start the game. And I'll give you the rundown. This game loves to put enemies in the most bullshit, shitty positions. They're placed in places like right at the bottom of the stairs or at entrances to rooms you need to go in. And there's no warning that they are there, they just are. And before you know it, half your fucking health is gone. And if you thought this game had regenerating health, well, you'd be wrong there too, wouldn't you? You have to rely on these dumbass fucking health stations that sometimes appear and sometimes don't. There's no navigation to lead you around. Oh no, you gotta find your own way. Which means if you're playing this for the first time, expect to miss a crap ton of health stations and ammo packs because it's not like the game puts them on your path. No. You gotta go looking for those bastards. On a base level, the plot itself isn't that hard to understand. You don't have to be a Rick and Morty fan to get what's going on. Basically, for the first half of the game, you're trying to escape and you accidentally cause a bunch of aliens to invade the facility of Black Mesa. And the second half of the game is that you're trying to wipe out and get rid of the aliens who have invaded the facility of Black Mesa, which also includes going to their planet and killing them there. However, what is fucking mind-bending is the deeper meaning within this plot. So basically, there's this bitch-ass blue guy who's watching you throughout the entire game, never giving you any hints as to who he could be, and then even at the end of the game, when he does reveal himself to you, he still doesn't tell you what the fuck's going on, and only offers to supposedly hire you for some mysterious job, or else he will straight up kill you. What the fuck are you signing me up for? Because I have my suspicions, okay? There are some small-ass hints along the way, from which we can deduce and infer, such as how the G-Man appears to be unaffected or not particularly worried by the aliens or by the situation you're in, which could suggest that he is somehow above all of this like some sort of god, and also how the other hazard suits on the planet Zen suggest that there have been others there before you, which suggests that maybe the humans are the ones attacking Zen instead of the other way around. Or how Gordon Freeman might not actually be the good guy because he's slaughtering dozens of soldiers and innocent aliens in their natural habitats, even the ones who never intend to give you harm, eventually killing their leader without even a second thought. Yet none of this is obvious, and most of it's just pulled from some speculation videos on YouTube I've watched, because I can't think of original ideas myself. This shit is just so fucking mysterious, and leaves the player with a sense of mystery throughout the entire game. The choice of no music in many places also makes everything seem fucking eerie, combined with the fact that you can suddenly find yourself face to face with an enemy at any moment, basically means that this game plays more like one from the horror genre most of the time rather than an action first person shooter. What also makes this bang-ass fucking frustrating is the fact that there is no guidance. Like it just puts you in a level and says, hey, have fun. You might succeed, you might not. Either way, fuck you. Maybe it's just modern games that have softened me with their mini-maps and floating arrows, when instead in this game you have to fucking analyse what the scientists are whispering in order to get even the slightest clue. For example, you have to go through a chamber which contains a giant crab tentacle thing, and the only way you're supposed to find out how to actually complete this section is through a scientist that whispers to you something about how the crab can hear you, or some other bullshit.
And by the way, this guard will say, be quiet, this thing hears us. That's right. These tentacles rely on sound rather than sight because they're blind.
Seeing as there's like 500 scientists in this game, and most of the time I don't have my volume particularly high, and the fact that I usually kill them on sight anyway, made this fucking impossible. Thank you, Big Mac Davis. Without your guidance, I would have not progressed further than the first level. Now you would think, this being a first-person shooter game, that I would just be able to go around headshotting everything like every other first-person shooter game. Instead, the devs decided to give the weapons the most obnoxious, fucking huge-ass bullet inaccuracy spread. You need to fire like 50 rounds into these guys because like 9/10 of them miss. And then the enemies themselves also have significant amounts of health, especially the big grunt ones, that it can make killing these seem literally inconceivable. Especially if you missed picking up all that weapons, ammo, grenades, health and shields from earlier, which you probably did because the game fucking hides it from you down some fucking weird ass route or in front of a million turrets. Now there is one thing that made this game not complete rage quittable for me, and that was the quick save feature. Now some would say this breaks games that it's implemented in, and most of the time I'd agree, but in Half-Life, oh no. In Half-Life it's the only reason I even completed this game at all. Most of the time I just used countless amounts of trial and error, saving every 10 seconds to try and find a usable way through. I can't even imagine how you would even attempt this game without using quick saves. I don't know exactly how many I used in total, but it must have been somewhere in the thousands. But if you're willing to push through all of this, if you're willing to persist and keep trying again, then you can experience this monumental game. The way you're just thrown in, without any guidance, is amazing and offers a totally unique experience from the on-rails linear games of today. However, if you are going to play it, just prepare yourself for some fucking ass rapage that will continuously happen to you as you progress further and further into the facility of Black Mesa.